Oh, there you are, YouTube. Remember my tan line up here, or my sunburn line? It's almost fully gone. No, I can still see it, but it's much better than it was. So much to where when I look at myself in the mirror, I almost have to look for it to notice it. Anyway, today we watched The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, and I think so. When I first heard about this movie, this was my first time watching it tonight. When I first heard about this movie, I was hearing very high praise, and I was really excited to see it. It's harder for me to see movies now, though, with kids and obviously COVID and stuff. But I think I was expecting, based on what I was hearing on the internet and friends that I had seen that watched it, stuff they've posted online, I was expecting sort of an A24 style film, sort of the ultra sophisticated horror, I guess. I don't know what we're calling that sort of horror. But stuff like Witch, Under the Skin. Wait, is that what it's called? Beneath the Skin? Under the Skin, yeah. Babadook. I don't even know if that's A24, but movies like that, sort of a more or a less commercial example. A Ghost Story. Oh, that one's great. Love that movie. But that's not really what this ended up being. Also, oh, it just lost my head. Toni Collette, her movie, Hereditary. Yeah. I was sort of expecting that level of horror for some reason, and it didn't end up being that. It was much more commercial than I was expecting, but I would say it was a high quality commercial horror film. I feel like there was a period of time where I sort of gave up on those types of movies, and I just wasn't rushing out to the theater to see them anymore because I felt like so many of them had failed me. But I think we have a lot of good commercial horror films out there. Stuff like it's not coming to mind right now. My brain, this is the end of the night, and my I want to say serendipity. Why? I mean, with John Cusack, it's a word like that, or maybe it starts with an I. Come on, rain, not tiptoe through the tulips with me. Patrick Wilson's in it. Help me out. I really don't want to stop this video. Insidious, thank you. That is a good commercial. I think it's, I would say that was pretty commercial horror film. The other one with Patrick Wilson. Gosh, why am I so bad with movie titles right now? I wasn't always this way. Having kids, man, just melts your brain. If I could just get Vera Farmiga, I almost had it. Like The Last Key, I think was what the last one was called. It's not The Haunting. I don't think I'm going to figure it out. But anyway, I'm trying to say that there are some good commercial horror films, and I would say that this one is as well. But because I was going in sort of expecting more A24 style, I was a little disappointed because there were some of that standard one-dimensional style characters placed in this movie that we really didn't get to know about, and they were just sort of there to give a character someone to talk to for different periods of time, and then they sort of brush them away for periods of time so we could focus on character, and then maybe they come back. I don't know, just kind of, it felt like there's a lot of one dimension there to some of the characters, side characters I should say. But I don't know, it was good, it was enjoyable, I was jumping, I was like, this is so intense right now, feeling those types of feelings while watching it. So I would still definitely recommend it. Anything negative that I'm really saying about it more is coming from my expectations, which were more of that A24 style of horror film. And as I was watching, I was like, okay, it's not that. So, I would still recommend this movie. Definitely. I still liked it. It was just, I went in incorrectly thinking it was going to be one thing that it wasn't. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm very late to the game on this movie, so perhaps everybody who's watching this video, if you stumble on it, you've probably already seen it. So, but if you haven't, check it out. It's pretty good. Oh, there was also a great homage to the original Invisible Man film, which was pretty great. It wasn't like I don't know, it was weird because it was in a serious moment, but it still made you go, huh, I know what they were doing there. So that was kind of funny. And it has a unique twist on it, like sort of a modern contemporary, it's done in a modern contemporary style. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to give anything away, but the way in which the Invisible Man is invisible is pretty great. Oh, one thing that I sort of wish would have happened, and this would have been too corny, so I know that's why they didn't do it, but, oh man, I have to give something away. Okay. Spoilers right now. Spoilers are happening for The Invisible Man, the 2020 Invisible Man movie, because I gotta say this. So at the end, Elizabeth Moss kills the Invisible Man, and she does so by putting on one of his invisible suits. It's a suit that he wears, and she puts on one and then makes it seem like he's killing himself. But she's the one doing it. But she's in an invisible outfit. Well, I would have liked, as she's walking towards the camera at the end of the movie, for the credits, or for the title screen to pop up, The Invisible Man, but then man moves over slightly, and then W-O appear, as if they were invisible. W, U, and O were invisible. So the movie, at the beginning of the movie, was called The Invisible Man, but at the end, The Invisible Woman. No? Dumb? Corny? Probably. That's probably why they didn't do it. But I thought that would have been fun. So, I don't know. When I say it out loud, maybe it's not as good of an idea. But I think that would have been pretty cool. For like the W and the O to have been invisible. We didn't see it and then slowly appear. And maybe it appears the same way like the suit does, sort of in that, what was it? Was it a hexagon grid? Maybe it was an octagon grid, something like that. Like sort of flash, and then we see it. That would have been cool. Just the same way that the suit would flash when it was malfunctioning. Man, that would have been great. Now I'm loving it again. Corny, I think, but I'm still loving that. Okay, wow, I can't believe I was just talking about that single movie for 9 minutes. Should I stretch it out one more minute to turn this into a 10-minute video? But what would I talk about? I did discuss my tan line. My hair's getting longer. I feel like it's getting to a length in which I don't necessarily need a hat. I kind of like it now. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Not every time. But, yeah. Okay, I don't think I'm going to stretch this out because it's only... this video right now is 9 minutes and 20 seconds. What else could I possibly talk about where it's not just me rambling? But maybe I'll just ramble anyway. I'm kind of doing that now, and I'm consciously doing that now, just thinking all I need now are 30 more seconds to turn this into a 10-minute video. And I can't believe I've been talking to this camera for 10 minutes. It really does feel like I've only been speaking for, I don't know, 8 minutes, if that, or 8 minutes, sorry. Like, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes. It doesn't feel like 10, and it's gonna be 10 minutes and 5 seconds. So Perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout.